Hey Exoticals, welcome back to the Beluga series. A lot of you guys have asked me questions about how I have lost weight and kind of maintained it. Part of what helps me maintain weight is to study the habits of women who are overweight and to do the exact opposite. So we're going to go through a little analysis here, and I'm going to point out all of the Beluga habits that I see. So let's get into it.
Someone who is some prick online who thinks it's
Yeah,
funny to tell you to lose weight.
yeah.
Do you have any other examples?
There was a time when I was running every week and I was hitting the gym quite hard, and then they would be like, "Oh, we could hit the gym together." Okay, I don't need you to make hitting the gym my goal.
Pause. Did you see the inferiority complex already creeping out? She literally just said that one of her hobbies was going to the gym, and she got offended because a guy she was dating said, "Oh, yeah, we can go to the gym together." So she was so insecure to the point where she randomly found a way to be mad at others. Does that sound familiar? That external locus of control, constantly looking for the flaws in others. Someone wanting to go to the gym with you doesn't mean that they're saying it because they think you're fat. They're saying it because they noticed it's one of your hobbies and they wanted to enjoy that hobby with you. And then she's like, "Oh, well, he's trying to make going to the gym my goal." No, ma'am, it was already your goal because you were consistently going to the gym. If anything, that's a compliment. That someone notices that you are so consistent with going to the gym, they're inspired by you, they want to tap into your consistency. That's a compliment.
Hardest part about dating as a bigger girl is feeling like every guy only wants you behind closed doors. Now I know this isn't true in every single case, but like gosh, sometimes it just really does feel like that. Literally last week I had a guy who's kind of been like asking me to hang out pretty frequently. I have told him multiple times like we can hang out, but like we're getting a drink first because I haven't met him in person. He always just kind of like brushes it off and then asks again. This final time I was like, we can do something, but like let's get a drink this week. Me asking to go out in public and get a drink, guess what that got me? That got me an unfollow on Instagram. This really is such a common theme, especially when I'm on the dating apps. I get a lot of like meeting guys and they like want me to come over or they want me to go over there. Then when I look at my friends who are online dating, instantly these guys are like wanting to take them out on dates. As much as I hate to say it, like in the back of my head, I know what the reason is. Of course, not every guy is going to be like that. And if a guy is going to be like that, that's not someone I would want to be with anyways, no matter what my size is. I know people who are dating who aren't bigger girls can say, "Oh yeah, well, I have guys that do the same to me." Yes, there are always going to be guys who do that, but I'm telling you, it feels 10 times harder to get a man to like stand up and be like, "I want to take you on a date," for me versus what I've seen like all my other friends go through. And it's something I've always dealt with and I understand it, I get it, but it doesn't mean that it's not like a sucky feeling.
Okay, so first off, she's admitting that she attracts broke men. So this is the social reward of body positivity, being okay with being unhealthy. And she said that the man hides her. And it's like, ma'am, if you're not even proud of yourself, if you're not even proud of your own body, if you don't even love yourself enough to take care of your health, why do you expect to suddenly be able to manifest a perfect Prince Charming? First of all, have you seen the men in our society? Manifesting a Prince Charming is damn near impossible anyway. But then on top of that, you have the audacity to think that you're going to attract some gorgeous supermodel gentleman, all while simultaneously not giving a fuck about yourself. If you don't love yourself enough to even take care of your own body, it's laughable to expect a random stranger from a dating app to show you respect and decency. And she admitted that it kept happening over and over and that her friends who were slimmer got treated better. And we don't even know for sure if her friends really got treated better because they were slimmer, but let's just say that they did. Let's say that her friends have thin privilege. Okay, so instead of trying to get healthy, instead of simply eating salads and putting down the cupcakes, I would rather go on a TikTok and post so I can complain about how much it sucks to be at this body size. Is this what body positivity is? Oh, and also, what happened to the argument of, "Oh, you attract what you are"? You attract what you are. Okay, so if you attract men that treat you like trash or they don't want to promote you or they hide you, okay, well, then can't I make that argument that you're attracting what you are? You want to hide your goals from yourself. You want to hide your own health and hide your body. You want to try to hide your flaws and not have any discipline. Yet you want to manifest a financially disciplined man to take you out on dates. You want to manifest a consistent man when you're not even consistent with yourself. Do you see the mental gymnastics this girl is doing? All so she can stay complacent. Women are going through all this drama. They're posting all these TikToks over something that they could easily change by simply eating a salad or going to a doctor's office if they have a medical condition.
And I know sometimes people will tell you like, oh no, like, that's not the reason. That's not the reason. Have you met our society?
So now she's admitting that society is biased against people who are plus size. And it's like, okay, so if you're admitting that being plus sized is a disadvantage, why would you then try to encourage other women to actively choose that disadvantage? That means that the body positivity movement is false then. It's fake because you guys are over here complaining and saying how badly you get treated. So why would I volunteer to be treated like trash?
Have you lived in our society? As a bigger girl, I feel like it is okay to accept those things. Like sometimes it just is what it is. But yeah, if you are the only one who feels like, why am I not able to like get these guys to like take me out? You're not the only one going through it. Okay. Like it's not so easy for everybody. So yeah, I guess that is my rant on that for today. I love you guys. Bye.
To this day, I am still baffled at the fact that instead of prioritizing their health and instead of being okay with being single and maybe getting rid of all those bad habits, women are literally neglecting their physical health so they can get some dick. That's literally, they are prioritizing male attention over their own physical health. That's what it is. And this is why I told you guys that one of my boundaries for myself is if I am bigger than a size medium, if I'm a size large and above, everything gets dropped. There is no dating. What are you dating where? For what? Why would I waste my time with random men when I need to be disciplining myself and getting back to a healthy state? If I am eating poison for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, so much so to the point where I've got hundreds of thousands of extra calories hanging off of my body, because remember, 1 pound is about 3,500 calories. So if I've got hundreds of thousands of extra calories hanging off of my body, instead of taking care of that, I would rather chase after some random 50-50 guy on a dating app. Do you see what I mean when I say that there's a lack of prioritizing the right things? A lot of women who struggle with their weight, they also struggle with their priorities. This is why I say that being slim is a mindset, because if I'm a size large or if I'm getting super chunky, I don't have time to be swiping on apps. I don't have time to be messaging back and forth with men. I don't have time to be doing a whole bunch of FaceTime calls. I don't have time to be going on these dusty ass dates. One of the girls, she just admitted that she's not even getting taken on dates. So why would I waste my time texting some dusties who are saying, hey, baby, come over? That makes no sense. So a weight problem, it is a mindset problem. It's a lack of consistency type of problem. It is a discipline problem. Or it's a medical problem. All of those things are more important than dating. It's like, ma'am, you have way bigger things to worry about than a guy texting you back.
Dating when you're plus size or curvy means that when you go on that first dinner date, you're going to order a salad and you're only going to eat half of it. Because if you eat anything other than a salad, you assume that he's automatically going to think that you eat like crap for 99% of your life and chalk your weight up to that instead of like a medical condition or in my case, an eating disorder.
Wait a minute, pause. This woman literally just admitted publicly on TikTok that she has an ED. Yet you have people coming over to our side of YouTube saying that being healthy is having an ED. So instead of worrying about her medical issue, which is the ED, she would still rather chase after dick and go on dates. And then she admitted that she would only eat a half of a salad. So she's going on a date eating a couple of tablespoons of salad. So the man is literally triggering the ED. She has a male-centered diet. So she eats poison for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, or she doesn't care about her health when a man is not around, but suddenly when a man is around, she wants to perform and cosplay as if she eats healthy all the time. She's putting on a facade so that she can impress some random man because she's afraid of being judged. Do you see all of those psychological problems right there? A part of the reason why women struggle with their weight is because they are eating based on external validation. So what are the people around me eating? Oh, it's a man, so I have to try to convince him that I eat healthy, so let me eat a salad. These are the same types of women where if they're at a birthday party, everybody's eating cake, let me eat the cake. Oh, I'm at the cookout, everybody's eating barbecue, let me eat the barbecue. So they're changing their diet, they're changing their standards based on who they're around. Do you see what I mean? Some people, they don't have a backbone. They don't have a backbone. They don't have an internalized standard of eating for themselves. This woman is admitting that she has an ED, and instead of prioritizing getting help for that or making sure that that's solved before she starts bringing a man into it, men are very triggering in general. Dating is very emotionally triggering in general. It can be very taxing, especially for somebody who struggles with things like an ED. So she's literally setting herself up for failure.
Otherwise, you're going to avoid eating altogether, but also avoid the activities that you may do on a first date, like going hiking or playing a game of volleyball or something. I have no fucking clue, but you're going to avoid those because you're worried that if you fall a little bit behind him, he's going to chalk it up to your weight.
Okay, so now she's admitting that she has all of these internalized limitations. Do you see all the limiting beliefs that come with having this excess weight? So instead of simply meal planning and going to the gym, I would rather do mental gymnastics and ban myself from doing certain activities. So she just said she can't eat. She can only eat a couple tablespoons of salad, basically. And then she can't do activities either because then she's afraid of falling behind because she's out of shape. All of this, instead of the natural solution, which is, hey, why don't I just eat healthy? Or why don't I decenter men and like stop prioritizing them in general and just focus on myself?
She mentioned looking at the ex's Instagrams and realizing that he's only dated skinny women and automatically assuming that you have no chance with him. But what you're also going to do is you're going to look at anything that his ex has posted and never post anything that's similar. Because if he compares the two, he's going to see that you all look nothing alike and just put you down even further.
Okay, so now she's in a full-blown spiral. Do you see all of the micro insecurities that come with something as simple as eating too many cupcakes? So when I talk about exoticals like being at a healthy weight, part of why I'm talking about it is because it literally gets rid of a lot of these problems. First of all, I have never in my life dated a man and then randomly asked about his exes and then tried to stalk and compare my body weight to the exes. That's insane. And also she's like, oh, he's going to realize that you look nothing like them. Which one is it? Are you supposed to date a guy where every girl looks like you? Or are you supposed to date a guy where you are his first? You know, you're the first dark-skinned woman. You're the first big woman. Like, which one is it? The standard and the goalpost is always moving for dating. So there's the mental gymnastics that comes with that. And then you tie that in with all these insecurities about something as simple as your body size. Imagine doing all this spiraling all because you don't want to eat a salad. Or in her case, having an ED. And also, I'm starting to question the doctor that this woman saw, because it's like, if you go to a doctor and you say that you have an ED, why is the doctor not offering any solutions to the ED? Like, how are you going to the doctor and you don't mention any treatment? You're just saying, oh, I have an ED, as if you're accepting it and not working on it, basically. That's how it sounds. It sounds like that's just who you are. You just have this ED, so whatever, might as well just go about life as normal. No, having an addictive personality, having any addiction of any kind, wouldn't you want to kind of work on that? And also, if I'm seeing a doctor, I kind of would want that doctor to maybe prescribe me something or try to help me or set me up with a nutritionist. She didn't mention any of that. So instead of scheduling a nutritionist appointment or instead of going to a support group, she would rather go on a dating app. She'd rather go on Tinder. And that's another reason why I say that a man is not a plan. A man is not the solution to your problems. He's not the solution to your weight loss problems. I see a lot of women saying, oh, I just want to lose weight so I can date. Okay, well, that's actually not good enough long-term validation, because what if you end up dating the guy? Then all you're going to do is gain the weight once you get into the relationship because you achieved your goal, right? Which was to get some dick. So that's not a good enough motivation. You have to find value and worth and self-love and lose weight from a place of loving yourself, as opposed to, oh, I want to lose weight so a man can love me. And I already know people are going to be like, oh, well, Exoticals United, are you saying that bigger women don't deserve to date? The fact that you're even asking that question shows that you believe dating is a prize. Dating is not a prize. It's not an aspirational thing to be won. It's not a reward. Dating is not a flex. So it's not like, oh, if you're not dating, you're unworthy. It's actually the exact opposite. I deserve better for myself. I deserve my health. What's more important, my physical health and actually being alive and not having medical issues, or having a boyfriend? Which one's more important?
Or at least that's what you assume. Dating when you're plus size or skinny means that you're going to run into the guys who are like, oh my God, I want a chick with an ass. But when he sees that you have an ass and a little bit more, he's going to run away. It also means that you're going to get the guys who think you're good enough to sleep with, but they absolutely could not marry you. Dating when you're plus size or curvy means that you may match with the gym bros on dating apps, but they're going to definitely give you advice on how to get into the gym and offer to show you the ropes. Dating when you're plus size or curvy also means that on dating apps, especially if you're a little bit heavier in the upper body region, you're tense. They're going to Immediately point out your tits when they send you a message. I cannot tell you how many times the first message I've gotten on a dating app has been, damn, look at those titties. And then, of course, there's my therapist's favorite one to talk about, which is when you're dating when you're plus size or curvy, there could be multitude of reasons why they would reject you, friend zone you, break up with you. But the one that you're automatically going to go to is that it's because of your weight. We can't win here.
So she's admitting that she can't win. She admitted that she's literally dating from a place of insecurity. And instead of simply being single, you've got women complaining online about not getting enough dick. They're not complaining about not getting enough vegetables. They're not complaining about not getting enough micronutrients. No, it's all about, I don't get enough male attention. He doesn't take me out and show me off as much. But what do you ladies think? Let me know in the comment section and I'll talk to you next time. Stay pretty, ladies.